Good day to each and every one of us. Today we are going to discuss with you the active learning approaches. And to begin with, we are the group Warriors. I am Martes Sigun Matias and my group mates are Tessie Sanaoy, Rosalind Jimenez, Denver Agmaliw, Mary Jane Campoy, and Agustina Waki. Now let's go back to active learning approaches. So what is active learning approaches? Active learning approaches refers to instructional methods that actively engage student in the learning process. So dito sa active learning approaches ay aktibong ini-engage ang mga bata sa pagkatuto. So active learning encompasses various strategies aimed to engage a student in the learning process. So involved mismo yung student, no? Aktibo siyang nakikilahok sa proseso ng pagkatuto. Now, active learning approaches has four approaches. So, ang four approaches na ito ay ang mga sumusunod. We have inquiry-based approach, research-based approach, problem-based approach, and project-based approach. Now, let's start with the inquiry-based approach. Ano nga ba ang inquiry-based approach? Inquiry-based approach is a teaching method that encourages a student to ask questions and investigate real-world problems. So dito, students are inaasahan na ang mga mag-aaral ay matututo sa pamamagitan ng pagtatanong, ask questions, and investigate real-world problems. Another definition from Lee 2004 is an array of classroom practices that promotes students to learning through guided and increasing independent investigation of complex questions and problems, often which there is no single answer. So dito, makikita natin na ang inquiry-based approach ay ang pinaka-main niya dito is asking questions in order for the students to learn. Now, let's go to what is the benefits of inquiry-based approach.
So here are some benefits and significance of inquiry-based approaches. First, encourages critical thinking, encourages creativity, improves problem-solving skills, connect learning to the real world, improves communication skills, encourages engaged learning, helps students understand complex topics. Inquiry-based approach connect learning to the real world, wherein when students are allowed to explore problems that exist in the real world, they can see how what they are learning in the classroom is relevant. This also helps them develop a better understanding of the material. It also improves communication skills among students, especially when working on a problem wherein they often have to explain their thoughts and ideas to others. This helps them learn how to communicate effectively with others. It also improves problem-solving skills, especially when they are given the opportunity, especially when the students are given the opportunity to explore real-world problems, in which they are forced to think outside the box and come up with their own solution. This is an important skill that will help them in their future careers. This also encourages engaged learning, especially when students are actively involved in the learning process. they are more likely to retain the information. This is due to the fact that they are invested in what they are doing. This also helps students understand complex topics, especially when they are allowed to explore these topics in a hands-on environment. They can learn about them more meaningfully. This also encourages critical thinking, in which this this type of learning encourages students to think critically about the information they are presented with, in which they are asked to question the information and develop their own solution. Wherein this type of learning helps them or this type of learning helps students develop problem solving skills and critical thinking skills. Lastly, in encourages it encourages creativity. This concept of learning encourages creativity, especially when students are given the opportunity to explore a problem independently. They often come up with creative solutions. Integration of inquiry-based approaches. So here are the four types of inquiry according to VIU 2020. First is structured inquiry, in which students investigate a teacher-presented question through a prescribed procedure. In short, learners are given the question or the method or procedure achieving the results, but the goal is to write an explanation that is already supported by the evidence gathered during the investigative process. Second, controlled inquiry. Students confirm a principle through an activity when the results are already known. This means learners are given a question as well as a method to which the result is already known or already, meaning they only have to do is confirm the result is correct. Third, guided inquiry. Students investigate a teacher-presented question during or teacher-presented question using student, design, or selected procedures. It is mean that learners will only given a question and it's up to them what method or way of investigations they will do gathered information. The last one is free inquiry. Students investigate questions that are student formulated through students designed or selected procedures. Students will take everything, they will formulate their own questions and they will use their own way or method of investigation process. Here are some rules of technology in inquiry-based approaches. First, technology tools should support the object of inquiry, which is aligned to the learning competencies in the K to 12. So, regarding the importance of technology as a tool in education, particularly in the context of K to 12, technology tools should be used to support the objectives of inquiry-based learning focused on learning competencies, wherein these tools can be used to broaden the knowledge and skills of students. Also, it can allow them to have a deeper understanding of concept and analyze issues or questions related to their lessons. For example, online resources, multimedia presentations, and educational software. By this, it utilized to provide additional information and activities that aid in understanding and skill development. Use of technology is one of the many sources of information in the process of inquiry. The use of technology as a source of information provides many benefits to the inquiry process, in which it gives quick and easy access to the information needed by researchers or students. In short, the use of technology as a source of information is an important part of the inquiry process. It provides many opportunities and tools to facilitate and expand the study and investigation of researchers and students.
Tayo sa research-based approach. Consists of frameworks that helps to prepare students to be lifelong inquirers and learners. Students actively search for and they use multiple resources, materials, and texts in order to explore important, relevant, and interesting questions and challenges. So dito sa research-based approach, yung mga students, they are actively participate na maghanap ng solusyon sa mga problema na binigay ng kanilang teacher, like mga questions na kailangan nilang sagutin at iba pa. May kasabihan tayo dito na, give a person a fish and he will eat for a day. Teach a person to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. Bilang guro, kapag tinuruan mo ang iyong mga mag-aaral ng mga lesson at kung ano lamang ang kailangan nilang malaman, sa aklat na iyong itinuturo ay nagbibuild ka ng isang mag-aaral na natututo dahil yun lang ang kailangan nila sa isang particular na aralin at maaari rin nila itong makalimutan. Ngunit, kung tinuruan mo ang iyong mga mag-aaral na matuto sa paraan na gusto nila at sa paraan sila ay komportable, ay hindi mo lamang sila tinuruan para matuto sa aralin, ngunit para din matuto sa buhay. Sumunod na kasabihan, research is what I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing. Sa research-based approach, ang mga mag-aaral ay natututo silang mahanap ang kasagutan sa mga bagay na hindi nila alam. And that's the power of research-based approach. Significance of research-based approach. The significance of research-based approach is the following. Dito, ang mga mag-aaral ay nade-develop nila ang research skills nila at dito, nade-develop din ng mga mag-aaral ang 21st century skills like critical thinking and media skills, information skills, and also communication skills at marami pang iba. At sumunod, encourages lifelong learners. Ang mga mag-aaral ay patuloy silang natututo at nag-aaral pa ng iba't ibang kakayahan upang matulungan sila sa kanilang pag-aaral. And next is the students' home skills such as information literacy, data analysis, and problem solving. Dito, nahahasa yung iba't ibang kakayahan ng mga mag-aaral sa information literacy, data analysis, and problem solving. Kung ano ang roles ng technology in the research-based approach. Dito, ang technology ay mas napapadali na ang paghahanap ng mga mag-aaral ng mga impormasyon, ganun din ang pagpapadali ng pakikipag-communicate ng mga mag-aaral upang makahanap ng iba't ibang data through sensors, surveys, and online platforms at ito din ang pinaka-powerful tool in enhancing research process.
Po tayo sa problem-based approach. There are two definitions that are stated in our slide. The first one is an approach that involves process of inquiry, and solving open-ended questions that serve as the main problem that learners will work on. The type of questions posited is focused on a specific content, standard, and its application to real-life issues. It also requires more than one answer or solution. Learners are engaged in a collaborative task as they work towards the solutions to the problem. The second one, definition of problem-based approach, is a process that is used to identify problems with a scenario to increase knowledge and understanding. According to Ali, 2019, she proposed the following 5 principles of PBL that may be considered by teachers in planning or using the approach. The first one is it is a power of independent and self-directed learning. The second one, learning happens in a group and teacher is a facilitator. The third one, all groups have to participate equally. Fourth one, students learn about motivation, teamwork, problem solving, and engagement with the task. The last one, materials such as data, photographs, articles can be used to solve the problem. There are 5 significance of problem-based approach. Revealed positive impacts of PBL on learners as they engage in the process. The first one is promotes critical thinking. Second one improves the communication skills, promotes collaboration, enhancing problem solving skills, and the last one is promotes deep understanding of the concept. There are 6 processes used in the adoption of the online PBL. The first one is identifying the problem current issues. In this part, the current issues that do not have just one answer or one definite solution. The second one is brainstorming generate ideas. In this part, it tackles the problem through self-directed questioning, arouse students' intrinsic motivation. The third one is collecting and analyzing the information. Dito na po, assigning group members to collect information, pagkatapos posting what they found and what they learned. Collaborative collection of useful information. Ang ikaapat po ay synthesizing information. Dito naman po, in synthesizing information, solving the problem through synthesized relevant data, knowledge building. Ang ikalima po, co-building knowledge presentation of the solution to the learners. Dito naman po, co-building knowledge presentation of the solution to the learning problem issue. At ang huli, refining the outcomes. Dito naman po, giving of feedback and suggestion by the instructor to help students improve learning from the other groups present. May mga tatlong dapat isaalang-alang sa role of technology in PBL. Ang una po, technology serves as mediator for collaboration and representation. Ang ikalawa, Web 2.0 technologies facilitate and enhance PBL activities. Ang huli, technology serve as gateway in accessing information that are needed in PBL.
Project-based approach. Project-based approach is an approach as a teaching method that engages learners in a series of planned tasks resulting to the generation of solutions to real-world problems. It involves students in a series of planned activities. These tasks are designed to solve real-world problems, which helps to make the learning process more engaging and relevant for students. Its purpose is to provide more immersive and practical student learning experience in the real world. It is based from John Dewey principle of learning by doing and from Vygotsky constructivist theory of learning. John Dewey believed that students learn best when they are actively involved in their education. By participating in school projects and activities, students are able to apply what they have learned in a practical context, helping to strengthen their understanding of the things they are doing so that they can learn more. Vygotsky constructivist theory of learning suggests that students develop their own understanding and knowledge of the world. Through experiences and reflections on those experiences, they learn better. In a project-based environment, students are given the opportunity to develop their own knowledge through active explorations and investigation of real-world problems. It is student-centered, multidisciplinary, and collaborative environment. It is focused on the needs and interests of the individual students. This approach also encourages multidisciplinary learning, as real-world problems often require knowledge and skills from multiple disciplines. This approach promotes a collaborative environment. Students often work in teams on their projects, which help to develop their teamwork and communication skills. Significance of project-based approach. It helps in the development of life skills of the learners. When students work on a project, they are not only learning academic content, they also learn how to plan, organize, work as a team, solve problems, and manage their time. These are all important skills they will need in their personal and professional lives. Supports different learning styles. Every student is unique, with their own strengths, weaknesses, and preferred learning styles. The project-based approach is flexible and adaptable, making it suitable for different learning styles. Whether a student is a visual learner who benefits from diagrams and charts, and auditory learners who prefer discussion and lectures, or a kinesthetic learners who learns best through hands-on activity. Encourage intrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards are the feelings of satisfaction, achievements, and satisfaction that comes from learning something new or successfully completing a task. When students work on a project they're genuinely interested in, they're more likely to be motivated by the joy of learning and the pride of achievement, rather than external rewards like grades or praise. This can lead to a lifelong love of learning. Improves oral communication skills. It can greatly improve students' oral communication skills. Most projects require students to present their findings or solutions, giving them plenty of opportunities to practice speaking in front of others. They learn how to express their ideas clearly, respond to questions confidently, and listen carefully to others. These skills are not only essential for their academic success but are also highly valued in the workplace.
Here are the rules of technology of project-based approach. First, help students apply digital tools to complete open-ended challenge. Ang teknolohiya ang nagbibigay ng mga digital na kasangkapan tulad ng mga software at online platforms na makakatulong sa mga mag-aaral na maipagpatuloy ang kanilang mga proyekto. Ito ay nagbibigay ng mga pagkakataon upang masubukan ang kanilang kasanayan sa paggamit ng mga teknolohikal na tool at maya-apply ang mga ito sa mga tunay na hamon. Second, provides tools to access information. Ito naman ay nagbibigay ng mga mapagkukunan ng impormasyon tulad ng mga online na aklat at mga website. Ito ay nagbibigay ng sa mga mag-aaral na malawak na maka-access sa mga impormasyon kailangan nila upang masuri at maunawaan ang mga konsepto o isyu na kanilang kinakaharap sa kanilang pag-aaral. Third, technology integration is the building of computer-related learning activities into curriculum to have students acquire, organize, demonstrate, and communicate information. Ang teknolohiya ay nagbibigay ng mga oportunidad upang ihatid ang mga aralin sa pamamagitan ng mga computer na related sa pag-aaral. Ito ay nagbibigay ng mga kasangkapan tulad ng mga multimedia, presentations, video editing at mga online collaboration tools na nagpapahintulot sa mga mag-aaral na maipakita at maipahayag ang kanilang natutunan sa isang malikhain at epektibong paraan. Here are the references where we get the informations.